Welcome to Brainthropology. This portion of our podcast is about mindfulness meditation, and we believe it is important to practice mindfulness every day. I'm really honored that you're here joining us in this podcast today. Thanks. Hello, and welcome to the second half of our podcast. Today, we're going to do mindfulness of sound. Now, one of the things that we do in mindfulness meditation is we work with training our attention by placing our attention on certain objects. So we've already practiced mindfulness of the breath, learning to train our attention by focusing on the breath. Today, we're going to use sound as our object of focus. And if you are a person that has had trauma in your life, it can be very helpful to listen to sound. And that includes meditative music. But focusing on sound is extremely calming and not frightening usually. So this meditative practice will teach you how to focus your attention, how to sustain your attention by using the object of sound. Although human beings have a great capacity for focusing, it's not intuitive. Humans need to practice it. We're training our attention to stay where we want it to be for as long as we need it to be focused. So I'm going to sound the bowl 1 time to start our practice and 3 times to end our practice. Bring your attention to your sitting posture. You want to sit comfortably in a chair or on a cushion with a posture that is both awake, yet calm, peaceful. If you're sitting in a chair, make sure your feet are firmly on the ground and that your legs aren't crossed. You can rest your hands on your thighs, palms up or palms down, or in your lap. Gently elongate your spine. Relax the ears and allow your eyes to close or gaze downwards with a soft focus. We're going to start by using the breath as a means of focus. Bring your attention to the in-breath and the out-breath. Where is the breath most noticeable to you? Is it the nostrils, the tip of the nose, the back of the throat, the chest, the lower belly? Just focus your attention on the breath. All the sensations of the breath coming in and going out. As you focus on your breath, we'll spend a little bit of time getting our breath equalized. And by that I mean you're going to inhale for the count of 4, pause, and exhale for the count of 4 and pause. You're making your inhalations and exhalations of equal length. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, pause. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, pause. Now do this at your own speed. Count silently to yourself, just focusing on the breath. You're doing a very close following of your own inhalation and exhalation. You're using the breath as a means of focusing your attention. The breath might get shallower and shallower, so you feel it almost as a stream. Feel the breath caressing the body as it enters and relaxing the body as it leaves. Try to be completely still as you focus your attention. Now we're going to switch our object of attention, our object of focus, to sound. So think about where you're sitting, and I'd like you to begin by focusing your attention on sounds that are outdoors, that are outside of the building you're in. Perhaps you can hear cars, perhaps you can hear wind in the trees, perhaps you hear bird sounds, perhaps you can't hear anything. But just bring your attention to the outdoors of where you're sitting and focus your attention on the sounds that are outdoors. Now bring your attention to the sounds that are in the building you're in, but outside of your room. You're just focusing on the sounds that are in the building you're in, but outside of your room. Now bring your attention to the sounds that are just in the room where you're sitting. Focus on the sounds that are only in the room where you are sitting. Notice how some sounds seem to be close by, others seem to be far away, or may come from one side of the room or the other. Some sounds are repetitive. Some sounds happen only a few times. And finally, bring your attention to focus on the sounds inside your own body, perhaps of your breath, rhythmically flowing in and out, your heart, your digestive system, you notice that some sounds come forward, some sounds will recede. One sound is replaced by the next sound. Continue focusing only on sound. When your attention wanders, make note of that and gently bring your attention back to sound. In a few moments, I'll sound the bowl 3 times. Listen to the sound of the bowl. Listen as it reaches its peak and then begins to fade away. You can train your attention by spending some minutes focusing on sound. Just let yourself use the calmness that you experience from directing your attention and focusing your attention to help you throughout your day and evening. This concludes our meditation for today. Thank you so much for joining.